Welcome and thank you for reviewing another faculty pre-departure orientation presentation. This presentation is entitled Emergencies and Health. A true emergency while abroad can be challenging for even a well-traveled faculty or staff member, but a few small things can be done to mitigate consequences. As always, advanced preparation is one of the best practices. This does not mean that one has to have a plan in place for every catastrophe you can think of. However, it may mean running through a few scenarios in your mind, particularly in the context of the location to which you will be traveling. These scenarios should also include ones that might happen to you, the program leader. Here are some basic best practices that might assist you in the planning and preparation phase prior to departure. In thinking of a student's expectation of the level of care and oversight the university will exercise during study abroad or study away, imagine an emergency that affects a single student. A student has broken his or her arm while with the group as a result of a fall. You should always start by securing the student's individual safety as best you can, and as well as the situation allows you to do. Depending on the structure of the program that you are leading, you may also involve local contacts that are working with you, such as a study abroad provider or university partner. Relying on these resources is important as they have local knowledge specific to the moment of urgency. Then, connect with the CSUF insurance provider, especially in this case as the student will need immediate medical attention. Finally, contact the CSUF Study Abroad and Risk Management offices to let us know the incident details. We will be able to walk you through your next moves should follow-up be needed. While we stress the importance of insurance, assuring the student's immediate safety and personal care is always paramount. When some or all of the students in your care are involved in an incident, the steps remain mostly the same, but can be compounded by the volume of need. Continue to secure their safety, connect with insurance and local contacts, and always connect with CSUF. An example of this might be a vehicle accident involving a group of students. In either case, if it is outside of standard CSUF business hours, you can always contact the CSUF University Police Office. They will connect with the appropriate individuals on campus, even after hours, as there are established CSUF protocols for emergencies. A large-scale emergency, such as a terrorist attack, natural disaster, or military conflict, is most important to game out, including meeting at a predetermined spot. Selection of this site should occur and be communicated to the group once you have arrived and oriented yourself to the locale. An important note, it is not recommended to set a national monument, government building, or other important or famous landmark as the meeting point. In the event of a terrorist attack or military conflict, these locations are more likely than others to be targeted or be unreachable due to police or military presence. Selecting a place your students will know, but that is less likely to be involved in whatever is going on is a better choice, such as a particular coffee shop or a small corner store. If it is an event or an incident that has made global news sources, CSUF will be attempting to reach out to you and the students to determine your status. Please monitor local events along with your campus email to the best of your abilities. CSUF will also be relying on you for information that will help all participants. One should consider the possibility that Wi-Fi or phone service might be disrupted. Preparing physical copies of your emergency contact numbers and important addresses and keeping them handy is also important. As part of both the faculty, staff, and student pre-departure process, we strongly encourage you to register with the United States Department of State STEP program for U.S. nationals traveling abroad. You will be given a prompt to do so as part of this orientation. Additionally, you will be given the most up-to-date U.S. Department of State country profile for the country or countries to which you will be traveling. We strongly encourage you to review this information regularly before departure. It may be the more challenging part of the study abroad faculty or staff experience, but preemptively discussing behavior expectations with your students can really help reduce the chances of an emergency or health event. Student behavior and health or safety incidents often correlate. While all students will view a general pre-departure series of videos, we strongly encourage faculty to have a session or two with students prior to leaving. This face-to-face time aids in building community as well as establishing authority. One tip for helping to shape student behavior commonly used in the field of study abroad is addressing something referred to as theme park syndrome. Theme park syndrome is a set of circumstances that can lead to potentially very serious miscalculations on the part of a student. Experience indicates that when students perceive themselves to be on vacation or in a very exciting or an unfamiliar environment, their attunement to the potential consequences of action may decrease, which can lead to making less than optimal decisions. In the context of studying abroad, this may translate into students making poor choices regarding alcohol consumption, drug usage, sexual partners, public transportation versus walking at home, among many other things. Choices they would never have made at home suddenly seem exciting, exotic, and more important, consequence-free vacation experiences, akin to a day inside a theme park. Reminding students both before and upon arrival that some of the more reckless decisions have potentially negative consequences will go a long way towards keeping them safe. Reminding students before and upon arrival that some of their more reckless decisions have potentially negative consequences will go a long way towards keeping them safe. For example, 2 of the leading causes of death of U.S. citizens while abroad are motorcycle accidents and drowning. If you possess expertise in the local environment, this would be something that can be leveraged when meeting with students. If you have doubts about local dynamics or have less experience in the country to which you are taking students, connecting with your local provider or university contacts is a best practice. They know their country best of all. An example might be the following. It would be perfectly fine to take public transportation in one country and not in another, or during the day versus at night, or to contact local police authorities in the event of an incident, or not at all in another location. Further, the CSUF Office of Study Abroad offers students the opportunity to self-disclose health concerns they may have as part of their pre-departure paperwork. While we only have information that students have willingly self-disclosed, as program leaders, you have access to this information and we encourage you to review it. Should you have questions on how to access this, please contact the Office of Study Abroad.